Question: have you guys heard that they're trying to make a Hasbro Cinematic Universe?
No,
That'd be interesting.
I haven't heard that.
Let me find the.
Hasbro.
Yes.
Hasbro Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
Don't they already have that? It's called the Transformers.
No.
Wait.
Let's see.
No, wait. No.
Okay. Based off of the Hasbro toys. All right. Okay. The folks, I believe, at Paramount Pictures, all right, are planning to put together a cinematic universe based on and using the IPs of GI Joe, Rom Space Knight, the Visionaries, Micronauts, and M.A.S.K.
You know, Micronauts, see, a lot of people don't know this, but Micronauts actually were actually the model of the Transformers. That's what they were. That's what they took the Micronauts, what was it called? Melds. And, you know, Hasbro gave them permission, or not Hasbro. What's that company from Japan? I can't think of it off the top of the head. God.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where the Transformers came from, were the Micronauts.
Yeah. Well, Transformers, are owned by Hasbro also.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So unfortunately, right now, their particular is unlocked by Mr. Michael Bay. All right, but yeah, they're thinking about doing that as a cinematic universe.
M.A.S.K. was supposed to be a spinoff of GI Joe.
It's not going to work. There's no way. There's no cohesiveness within those GI Joe Visionaries.
This is Hollywood.
But there's no cohesiveness. There's nothing in common.
There could be with GI Joe and M.A.S.K.
That would be the only thing. That would be the only thing.
They can make it work if they're smart about it. If they have good writers, all right, they can make it work. Okay?
That's the way I feel, man. Shoot me now.
Look, hey, people said the exact same thing about Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man.
Fine, but they had things.
All right. People were saying the exact same thing about the Inhumans also.
Okay, but wait, they had things that build up to that to make that work. Transformers. Look at the GI Joe movies. Look at the GI Joe movies that came out.
They would have to sit there and they would have to find a way to establish the universes again, and then connect them together. All right.
I mean, what would be a common enemy? Cobra?
No, you don't need a common enemy.
Wait, Cobra and Venom can just Cobra and Mayhem. Venom.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, I'm not. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No. I wanted to say that before. No.
Yes, you
are.
I know
that's what you're thinking.
No. Yes, you are.
No, I'm against half-assedness. If they need to take a fucking lesson from DC. And
what?
No, they need to take a lesson from DC on how fucked up the DC Cinematic Universe is what I'm saying, and not do that. No, I mean, come on, man. I'm a fan of GI Joe. I'm a fan of the Visionaries. You know, I've seen those cartoons from the '80s. I mean, come on, man. M.A.S.K. That's one of my favorite cartoons. If you'd watch
that on your list,
wasn't the game Battleship by Hasbro?
Yeah. And
then look at that movie.
Well, you know who fucked up that movie, man? That was Rihanna.
Oh.
Jeez, man.
What about everything else?
No, the whole movie was
solely on her. That's
not
fair.
You're saying her forehead is that big. It's big enough to sink a ship.
Oh, come on. Hey, I got a big forehead too, but damn.
What are you talking about? My forehead? Wait a minute, man.
I can't place the blame solely on her. That's not fair.
It is. It's horrible acting. The whole movie.
Well, but everybody else.
If you say the whole movie, it can't be on just one person.
No, who the fuck acted good in that movie? It's not just on her.
The movie was terrible.
Right. Okay, the movie was terrible.
Look, there's no way that woman could carry a fucking shell down the hallway. I'll stop. Look, I've been in the military and I've been on working parties where I had to carry shells. And I know how fucking heavy those things are. You can't sell me that shit.
You sunk my battleship.
I don't know, but that's interesting news. I mean, if you want to cover it another day, we could. I mean, but who knows about the Micronauts? Nobody knows about the Micronauts. Because I didn't know about the Micronauts until one of my buddies in Japan told me about it, because that's what he grew up with.
Well, you know what?
In the 60s and the 70s.
You know what's funny was that a lot of people were saying that that they would have loved to have seen Rom and the Micronauts in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. But what a lot of people don't know is that even though Marvel did the comics for them, Hasbro owns the IP. They're the ones who created the toys.
Absolutely.
Well, it's just really, really, really entertaining to think about that stuff. So,
well, wait a minute. I mean, does Michael Bay don't own the Transform? They just own a different a version of it. I mean, Hasbro, that's their property. They can.
As far as the production companies and the folks who have it licensed right now, he's the guy who's in charge of the current cinematic version of it. So, yeah, unless those movies just go ahead and tank and they don't make money, and the folks at Hasbro pull that fucking IP out of his hands again, it's not going anyplace.
I would really like to see a more 1980s Transformers type movie. I'm not saying like the cartoon. I'm talking about like more leaning towards what we remember of, Megatron and Starscream and Optimus Prime and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I mean, it'd be interesting. A Hasbro Cinematic Universe. That's the first time I heard that.
No, I mean,
I'm interested.
Yeah, like I said, they're looking at doing that. It's something to look forward to.